very deplorable turn of events after the shocking attack on Nandini. The whole incident is being turned out, it's being portrayed in a way that this is a conflict between religions. This is a conflict that is hurting somebody's religious sentiment. This is a deliberate attempt to take a jibe at people of a certain faith. Mr. Umar Shariff, you're a man of faith, all right? Please educate the people who are turning this into a conflict of religions. This is a matter of law, isn't it? Where is the religious angle in this?
See, mob culture is being detested by all the communities, whether it is against the sister or anybody else. All kinds of mob culture has to be condemned. That has to be our stand, first and foremost. Secondly, to give a communal color to this, that is happening from both the sides. I was just coming, I happened to see one hashtag on Twitter, a Hindu woman lynched, and it is carrying the news of Sister Nandini. And I was wondering, what kind of news are you promoting? I mean, lynched is a big word. I mean, somebody's been killed. I mean, I was very happy that she's alive. Now, the thing is, these kind of things have been happening from both the ends. And how are we going to control? Again, law and order has to take its course. You know, we have to go by the people of authority have to come forward and do the needful thing. Now, what I want to say very strongly is that when I was reading the information from both these sides, I mean, from the version of what Sister Nandini has said and what Mr. Sharanappa, the DCP, has said, both two different versions are there at the same time. And I would say, let the investigation be done. If one has to take one conclusion based on TV program, then that is not the final judgment. Because if it was so easy, then we don't need law and order, we don't need any government authorities to monitor all of these things. So I do respect what she has said, and I do respect what the DCP has said. But at the end of the day, it has to go through the course of investigation, and only then we can say what has really happened. Until then, see, 15 members were caught in the time of Akhlaq's murder in Dadri, and today 15 members have been released, saying that they did not involve themselves in this crime, whether they were involved or not. But the law had its own course. And after that, what we came to know is that they have been released, and now they have found job. 8 lakhs been given to each one of them, and they found job under the Indian government, NTPC. Under the NTPC, they got the job. So what we have to say, let the people do their job. Now 7 members have been arrested now. Now I just came to know 7 members have been arrested, and they have been put behind bars. And after that, I'm also getting information of the statements of the localites. The localites version has also been brought here, and the people are discussing, let it go on. And with all due respect, we have to say the inhumane way of slaughtering animals have to be condemned. Under the law, it is condemned, and under all the major religions, it has been condemned. But what to say? We should not say that it's only the one community is having the beef. You know, we have to understand people who are living there in that slum area. There are Muslims, and there are Dalits side by side. And I'm also told on every Sunday, the major customers are from the Dalit community. So you can't say it's one community. It's not like Pakistan, or we can't say, have we become Pakistan? No, it's not. We have not become Pakistan. We are still India. India has people who are of various cultures. India have people who are good and who are of evil nature also. That's why we have jails. That's why we have punishment. We have the IPC and everything in this place. So we cannot say just by one event. We can't say that India has become Pakistan. Pakistan is there. Pakistan at some point, course of the explanation, I think he mentioned Hindu activist. We must be very clear. She is an animal activist. We are not talking about Hindu
I refer to Dakshina Kannada.
Yeah, but again, if you are talking about somebody as a journalist being killed, and where is justice? If you want to say, even today, we did not find anybody being arrested there also. And even if you have to see, she is herself a person who was killed. You know, whoever, you know, we all know very well. She was a Hindu herself. So now let us not bring.
But she was an atheist.
Whatever. At the end of the day, she is
not that Hindu. It should make any difference in her case. Just
it should not bring.
it.
But at the end of the day, see, even among the Hindus, there are Charvakas you might have heard and you might have read. They were atheists and they were also called as Hindus. So we cannot say people who are living there. See, in India you have so many cultures, Astika, Nastika and all this. We don't want to get into that debate. At the end of the day, let us talk about law and order, and let us talk about what is to be done to a person who is been, you know, manhandled, who has been deprived of her rights. That has to be taken care of, irrespective of where she is coming from. Every Indian has got the right. Every Indian has got the right to express their thoughts as much as the person who was killed has got.
But the downside of that, everybody has the right to express their thoughts, is that sometimes very violent, vitiating thoughts also come within that ambit of freedom of speech. Like, for example, you said there was a hashtag, Hindu woman lynched. Yes. That also comes within the ambit of the freedom of expression. You know, that's absolutely deplorable. Nandini, right. Thank you for joining us. Mr. Umar Shariff, the minority is taking advantage. They are not letting the majority live in peace. The majority is being targeted, hounded, and this is a clear-cut case of that. Your reaction? This is what the caller said.
See, minority and majority debate in this issue is irrelevant to me. Because if you happen to go to Kerala, both the minority and majority are relishing the beef there. You go to any hotel there, including the Kerala.
The question is not beef,
See,
sir.
wait a minute. We're talking about this topic, right? Wait. No. Let me finish. See, when you're talking about this issue, we're relating to this issue. Minority and majority, where do you get this? Go to Kerala and see. All the minority and majority are relishing the beef, yes or no? Kerala house, you can go. Go to Goa, it is also legal there. Go to Mizoram and go to Nagaland, you will find everything is halal there. Who is asking about minority?
But coming over here, people like the gentleman who just called
You
us, they
ask
say
him-
that
you just ask him if it's
minorities
relevant.
are having their way. And you know what he bases his...
See, Akhlaq was killed. Was he from the minority or majority? And 15 members who were caught, they went scot
But
free.
this debate will never end.
If it's not ending, let it
You
not
pull
end.
up Akhlaq, people like the caller will
See,
pull
if
up
it's
some other
not, see,
issue.
if it's not ending, it is not ending. Debate is not ending.
But is the debate, should that debate come in the first
See,
place?
debate has to be with intellectual people, not with people who just bring out some topic out of the blue and hurl it on people. It cannot be any sense, sir. Where is the question of minority and majority? Who is getting appeased here? Junaid got killed in the train. Was it an appeasement to the minority? What are you talking about?
They say
On a
that
national level
they say-
television, this kind
they
of question
say-
has been posed about minority and majority, and we are entertaining this kind of question.
No, I'll tell you what.
That itself is wrong.
I'll tell you what. There are people who say that these people are from the minority and the law never
See,
took
at
any
the end
action.
of the day, now we mannina makkalu, everybody,
Absolutely.
nani mannina maga, we are from this soil, we are born here, we are dead here. It's not about minority, majority. We are Indian, period. Don't bring into any color of caste, color, creed, language, national, anything. Just talk about one thing. We are Indian, right? Then what is this minority and majority? Where did we come from? You're talking about beef and you're talking about animal being mistreated. Just limit it to that end. Whoever has done it, first and foremost, mob culture has to be condemned. If it is from anybody, A, B, C, D, point out, put them behind the bars. 7 members are put behind the bars. And tomorrow you'll find them scot-free. Like how 15 members went scot-free in the Akhlaq case. Where is justice there and where is justice here? There is no justice, sir. At the end of the day, the people who are going to monitor, they have to give justice, not me or you. And at the same time, we have people who are like Dhananjay and the advocates who have to really go and work for the cause, irrespective of who she is, irrespective of what I am. We have to work for the citizen of this country.
The law is the law.
The fact that you are saying
I
that
have to reiterate this. I told you this is the perception that is prevalent. People are making this a minority-majority issue.
See, 7 members are being put behind bars and they are from the minority community. Where is the appeasement? Okay, 14 animals of theirs are being confiscated. They've been taken by the police. 14 animals, bovines, the cows or cattle, whatever you say. Aren't they belonging to the minority community? Is it minority appeasement? The argument is so very weak. It's very frail. I don't understand. People are being put behind bars. And again, 14 animals have been confiscated. Now here you're talking
From
about...
your standpoint,
See,
I understand. But from the people over there, I'm sure there are people who are thinking that, these people were targeted because they
Very-
were from this community.
very
Or
simple.
rather, this community is
So
being
now you have to
appeased.
make it very clear. It is not minority appeasement. You have understood. Tell the same to the people.
Do you think the people will understand?
You have to educate, sir. What are you here for?
I am here to give you an opportunity to educate
Yes,
them.
you
I started off by
also,
asking
you
you
also
to
should
them.
educate. We have to collectively educate, isn't it?
That was my first question to you. I asked you to educate the
You
people
have make it
who
very
are
clear.
making it communal.
Make it very clear that it is no more minority appeasement. This is the land where Akhlaq has died. This is the land where Ayub has died. This is the land where Junaid has died. And none of the people are being caught or they have not gone behind bars and they are not being
I
hanged.
have to say something here before you interject. Our constitution has an article which talks about preservation of cattle in the country. Our constitution, mind you, and basis of which all the laws of the states have been framed.
I don't understand
Okay?
why are we
No, no,
still
no,
the
please.
largest exporters
No, no,
of
no.
beef? If
So that-
if constitution is saying that if the government has totally made it
Yeah,
prohibited,
that is the
then
whole
why
question.
is India still the largest exporters of
No,
beef?
but then
So are you
Under
questioning the fact that
BJP
whether or not
government, we
it...
are the largest exporters of beef.
No, no,
So what is
Isn't
what
this
is the
ironic?
fact you're questioning? Whether
No,
it's
no,
there in the
I am questioning
constitution?
government itself.
Please.
no, let me
Let us not
finish.
get into commerce and economics
Where
here.
are
Sir,
we?
let
Where
me
are
finish.
sir?
Let
That
me
is not
Export
the
is
issue,
happening
sir.
or not?
No, no,
That is
let
not
me
the
finish.
issue.
Sangeet
Please.
Som is
Sir,
from a
please
person
let
from
me
the
finish.
BJP.
Sir.
He has got slaughterhouse and he is exporting.
Sir.
And it's come in the media.
Sir, please let me finish.
Yeah, please.
Closed. Isn't this appeasement?
Let me just.
What is happening?
let me
I think
just-
20 seconds, we are
Yeah,
already
yeah.
out of time.
20 seconds. The poor he slaughters for his daily food, and that is illegal. The rich is exporting across the overseas, and that is legal. What kind of a law?
All right, the debate hangs at the edge of a sword. It's balanced now over here. Whether or not